Everybody, happy Thursday, and welcome to our last lesson about types of sentences. This is the most challenging one, probably. Today we're looking at imperative sentences. They are commands or calls to action, and we'll look at what those look like and how they are punctuated. So here's what's a little bit tricky about imperative sentence, all right? An imperative sentence is one that tells us or tells someone to do something, or it's a command. So an example would be, class, turn in your papers. What's tricky about imperative sentences is they can end in a period or an exclamation point. So if it's like a loud command that you would exclaim at somebody, it would end with an exclamation point. If it was just a normal command like class, turn in your papers, it's getting in a period. But if it was like me getting frustrated at my siblings, you might go, hey, stop that. And if you're exclaiming it, right, it's going to end in an exclamation point. So there's going to be differences in the way they're punctuated based on how it's said. And that's where it's kind of tricky, because this is the only one that doesn't have one clear set of punctuation. We also have to be careful about sentences that are exclamatory sentences that end in an exclamation point, but don't give a command, right? So we're going to get into that a little bit. So an example of imperative sentence would be, keep off the grass. Like, close the door. That's a command. It's telling you to keep off the grass. The command is telling you to close the door. If I was exclaiming at something like, class, calm down, please, and I said that in a very stern voice, I would have an exclamation point. That's still a command, right? Even though I'm telling you what to do, it's ending in an exclamation point because it's got a little bit louder tone to it. Tell me the truth. Could be a period. You could also probably, depending on who you said that, end that one in an exclamation point. If you're really upset at somebody and shouted at them, you could go, tell me the truth, and that would be an exclamation point. So it just depends on how it's being used. But all of those give a command. They tell the person to do something. Most of the time in an imperative sentence, the subject is you. It means like I'm saying it to you. Hey, you, keep off the grass. You, close the door. You, oh, this one is the class, calm down, which would include you and the rest of the class, right? You, tell me the truth. So those are imperative sentences. They give a command. They tell you to do something. Some non-examples would be anything that's a question, right? So do you have a hidden talent? That's a question. I'm not commanding anything. Autumn weather is my favorite season. That's declarative, right? I'm just saying a statement about autumn weather, and I'm not exclaiming it. I'm not giving a command about autumn. I just got a shiny new car. Now, see, that one ends in an exclamation point, but it's not a command, so that one's exclamatory. That's when it gets tricky. This exclamation point can be in an exclamatory sentence or in an imperative sentence, and this one is, in this case, it's just exclamatory. There's no command given. I enjoy watching how to draw videos. Just a statement ends in a period. That's a declarative sentence. It's not telling you to do anything. Only sentences that give you a command to do something or give you an instruction are imperative. Let's look at these below and see if we can find the examples of imperative sentences. When is your birthday? Is that imperative? Answer would be no, right? That's asking a question. That's what kind? Hopefully you're saying in your head, interrogative. Number 2 says, complete your homework on time. Let's look at it. It ends in a period, so we know it could be imperative. Is it giving a command? Complete your homework on time. Yes, it's telling you to do something, so that means this is an imperative sentence. Help me find my cell phone, please. Ends in a period. Is it telling you to do something? Yes. It says please, which makes it, seem polite, but it's still a command to do something. It's telling someone to help me find my cell phone. So that's an imperative sentence. Pizza is one of the best school lunches at Nora. It ends in a period, right? But is it telling us to do something? No, it's making a statement. Hopefully you recognize that that is a declarative sentence. It is not an imperative sentence. We also have a lot of mistakes that are commonly made with imperative sentences. So here's one that says, do your chores before you play video games. Can you catch the mistake in that sentence? It's giving you command. Is it asking you if you can do chores? No. So it's because it's not asking a question, it should not end in a question mark. It ends in a period. It's giving a command. It's imperative. Help your sister get to school on time tomorrow. Again, it ends in a period, so we know that part's right because it's giving a command. Should be a capital H to start a sentence, right? Any sentence starts with a capital letter. Oh no, look out. So on that one, we're exclaiming it. There's no punctuation here, right? So this one would be an exclamation point, but look out is a command. It's telling you to look out. So that one's another tricky one. It's got an exclamation point because it's being shouted, but because it's giving a command to look out. That is an imperative sentence. Open your books to page 23. Ends in a period. Yes, it's giving a command to open your books. We're forgetting it should start with a capital O to begin the sentence. Every sentence begins with a capital letter. Notice we have most of these end in periods, but again, tricky ones are these ones that end in an exclamation point, but give a command. Look out as a command. It's telling you to do something. In fact, all of these are telling you, do your chores before you play video games. You, help your sister get to school on time tomorrow. You, look out. You, open your books to page 23. Or you, like as in the whole class, open your books to page 23. You as a part of it. It's telling you to do something. It's a command that makes it an imperative sentence. I can't say that word command enough. So your job today is going to be to go on and just like the other 3 quizzes you've taken this week, you're going to identify the different imperative sentences. Yes or no, is it imperative on Canvas? You're going to then fix the mistakes in 3 imperative sentences, and then you're going to go down and write 2 of your own imperative sentences. They give a command, and again, the tricky part with imperative is it can end in an exclamation point or it can end in a period, all right? So you have to really judge, is this something that's being shouted or is it something that's just being said that's a command, right? I could say, go to your room now, or I could say, go to your room right now, please, right? The second one's more calm, it's a period, it's still a command. The first one, I'm yelling it, so it's got an exclamation point. Those are both still command imperative sentences, all right? Good luck, you guys. Tomorrow we're going to put this all together in an activity that I think you'll enjoy. But for today, your only job is an imperative sentence quiz. And we'll see you again tomorrow for our last writing lesson for the week.